This small conversation could obviously hold no value when it comes to Kathy's disappearance, but it's important to note. The Moulton family even turned to a psychic during their search for Kathy. The psychic's name was Alex Caduce, and he was described as extremely dedicated to his work, often offering his services free of charge. While driving the route that Kathy's parents presumed to be Tanu's got the sense that Kathy had been picked up by someone in a car before heading south towards Boston. Tanu's senses didn't last long, and after this, he was unable to offer any more help to the family. No hard evidence was ever uncovered to lead the investigation to Boston, so this idea was put down as well. Another theory that popped up was that Kathy left on her own accord with one of her friends, named Lester Everett. Everett was driving a stolen 1963 blue Cadillac at the time. Evidently, there were multiple reported sightings of Kathy with Everett, and the doctor working in a potato farm 300 miles north of Brooklyn. One of these claims had been confirmed. Authorities ended up locating Everett, but he was alone and stuck with his story that he had no idea where Kathy was. Apparently, a gas station worker in Prescott, Maine, claimed that she'd seen Kathy with two boys. She explained that she saw one of the boys escort Kathy to the restroom, stayed at the guard until she was out, and then promptly walked Kathy back to the car before they left. Could these two boys have been Everett and the other boy that multiple reports claimed she was with? I'm not sure if these two leads are connected, but at one point, Mr. and Mrs. Moulton were contacted by the state police and were told that there was a girl living in Prescott who fit the description of Kathy. After making the more than 4-hour drive north, the Moultons arrived, only to be told by the Prescott police that they had no idea what they were talking about, and they hadn't even heard of Kathy's disappearance. There had seemingly been no communication between the Portland Police Department and the Prescott Police Department. Not wanting to waste the opportunity, the parents searched the town, going door to door and handing out flyers where they could. But this ultimately was unsuccessful. It turned out later that the girl that was presumed to be Kathy was actually another missing person originally from Connecticut and was returned to her family shortly after. The Moultons, while understanding of the difficulties presented to police, were extremely frustrated with the system. They contacted multiple agencies and people in positions of power, including Senator Margaret Chase Smith, but ended up no closer to finding Kathy. If the government wanted to, they turned hell and high water over to locate somebody, Mr. Moulton claimed. Just try not paying your taxes. But when it comes to missing persons, the doors are closed. We just want to know what happened to our daughter. During this entire time, and lasting years after the fact, the Moultons' home was left unlocked. The phone never left unattended. Mr. and Mrs. Moulton never left the house at the same time, ensuring someone would be home at all times to answer the phone or open the door in case Kathy turned up. Kathy's room was also left untouched for years in the event that she came home. Kathy's case went silent as no leads were turned up. But in the 1980s, it was reopened, only for investigators to find no new evidence. In 1983, 12 years after Kathy was last seen, a hunter found and reported a human skeleton surrounded with female clothing near Smyrna, Maine. I assume since it was the 80s, the hunter would most likely not have the means to contact police in the middle of the woods. So it's possible he had to leave the discovery in order to do so. I say this because according to stories of the Unsolved.com, the hunter was unable to retrace his steps to lead police to the site. Authorities searched the area for 3 days, but were ultimately unable to find the bodies. Police continued their investigation throughout the years, even with little to no new information. They interviewed and re-interviewed people
What the fuck?
connected to the case. It was in 2004 when police again spoke with the hunter and found the remains. And after this interview, they organized another search, this time utilizing cadaver dogs. This search also proved to be unsuccessful. To this day, the site of the remains has not been found. It is theorized by some that the skeleton belonged to Kathy, but of course without being able to test and compare DNA, we cannot truly know for sure. Kathy's DNA has been tested against numerous Jane Does found across the United States over the years, but this too provided no answer. Her death and DNA are still being compared to uncovered remains to this day, and will continue to be. Kathy's disappearance is one of the oldest cold cases in Maine's history. In an interview with the Boston Globe reporter in 2013, Mr. Moulton expressed, quote, "One of my greatest sadnesses is that I may die and never know what happened to Kathy, and yet I'm hopeless to change it." Sadly, Mr. Moulton's fear came true when he passed away in 2017, never finding out what happened to his daughter. Her family has always held out hope that Kathy could still be alive and found one day. As far as I know, they still live in the exact same house as they did in 1971. And they have kept their phone number the same all these years, hoping that one day Kathy will come back or at the very least reach out to her. If she is alive today, Kathy will be 68 years old. While unlikely, it is possible that she is still out there. My hope is that no matter what Kathy's fate was, her family will someday have the answers to her disappearance, and that Kathy will be brought home one day. If you have any information that could be helpful in Kathy's case, no matter how small, please contact the Portland Police Department at 207-874-8479. Thank you all for joining me for this sad story. I have a soft spot for unsolved disappearances, and the idea of just vanishing out of thin air freaks me out. I hope I can keep you entertained with this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Round 3. Fight.
What the fuck?